And we're rolling. Welcome. 2 cents, Josh and Spence. We're your hosts, Josh and
Spence. What's up, Daddy?
Daddy's right. Here's the deal. This is episode 1 this is our very first Dad Pod.
Ooh.
Talking about all things fatherhood because one of us has made a couple humans and one of us
Has a human on the way.
Is in the process of making a human.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, how do we do this? Like, do you want to just get right into it? Like, what kind of lawnmower do you have?
Well, I know I'm immediately going to turn everybody off because I've got some BS like electric lawnmower. So that just zero credibility there. But yeah, so you are expecting. We have found out that you're having a baby.
Yes, a baby girl on June 3rd.
Heck yeah.
So very excited, but obviously very nervous. So obviously I have a lot of questions to talk to you. You're an amazing dad. So figured why not just do it on a podcast and everyone else can listen in too.
Dad pod.
So a little dad pod. Yeah.
Zero dad pods here.
It's been super interesting to hear everybody's like first reaction. And what I'm finding, and I saw this video on the internet that like perfectly described this. So like the day the baby's born, it's like, this is the best day of your life. Like, it's going to change your whole life. You're going to be so in love. But then after that, it's like, welcome to hell.
Dude, I can't stand that in anything. You know, imagine you're like a 7th grader and the 8th graders are like, oh, you're going to get your shot today. Oh, it's going to hurt. And then they try to punch your arm.
Yeah.
I can't stand that. Like, I'm all about spreading joy and empowering other people. Like, you got this. Not like, I'm going to make you scared of this. You can't handle it.
Yeah.
I freaking hate that, dude. And yet.
But no, it is. I mean, obviously, like, people are joking about it. You know, everyone that I talk to loves their kids, but it's funny. It's almost like, you're going to be so miserable, man.
Get that sleep now. Yeah. But no, it's a funny story. So when Bodie was born, like he was born like in the middle of the night. It was like pretty funny story. But at the end, like after he was born, like a couple hours in or like the next day, Nikki's like, why don't you just go home and, take a nap and get some sleep and then come back. And I remember I was like, you sure? And then I did. And then I remember waking up from like a deep slumber and then be like, am I, what do they call? God, I just had the term with him. Am I a deadbeat dad? Because I've been gone half his life. I literally remember waking that like your heart's pounding. Like, oh God, I gotta get back to the hospital. Like I've been. Oh man, like Bodie, do you remember me? But it is. I don't know. It obviously takes some getting used to, and then there's the whole sleep schedule thing, and then the whole nursing thing, like that can be stressful and like and it's just like you just want to it's just awesome to be there at first and like you do the heavy like take your shirt off and then you do like skin to skin and then you're just gonna like kind of like whatever it's good stuff.
No, I am very excited. It's hard for me right now because obviously I'm not growing a baby.
Right.
And Kenzie is going through a lot and I love her and she's doing amazing. And like she I mean, like sick and, not feeling good and hormones and stuff. And it's like, I feel great. I'm super excited. So I'm in a weird spot. Like I just want to help her, but obviously there's not much I can do.
Dude, like when you're at the hospital, like all you do is just offer to get ice chips.
Right.
That's literally all you do. I'll just get some ice chips, like happy, sad, crying, like overjoyed, like I'll just get some ice chips. It's like you just it's so. But
man, so did you take any like classes and stuff? Like, what should I be doing? What type of books should I be reading?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that, pal. I would just say I will say the coolest thing that we did for Bowden, we did not do for Ellery because like Ellery came as like kind of a surprise. Like
Okay.
we went like a week over the due date. So then at that point you just like go in once a week or whatever. And then from there it was just like, oh, you're like having a baby right now. So
Oh,
like
really?
it was like
Like
pretty
a routine
chaotic.
appointment?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And like you're whatever effaced and whatever.
Yep. Yep.
So then I was here and then I called like, how's the appointment? She's like, I'm actually getting wheeled back. Like it's kind of happening. So it's like, oh, should I swing by? Or like, it's just really random how that happened. But like, anyway, where I was going with that, a cool thing that we did, we made like a birthing video for Bowden, and it was freaking sweet. So like, we called the lady when we were, because she was in labor with Bodie for quite a bit longer, and like Lindsay came and like took a bunch of photos and videos before, during, and after, and put together this cool little thing. So that was pretty sweet, and I feel bad that we didn't get one for Ellery, but it's like, well, sucks to suck.
I'm sorry about it.
Sorry about it. Which is funny because she says that all the time. Sorry about it. So that would be a cool thing, but otherwise it's like everything kind of gets fairly kind of chaotic, kind of not. Like a good thing too, I feel, with like teaching people how to treat you like when it happens, because like everybody wants to like kind of stop by, and so it's like, I don't know, I'd maybe talk to Mac and be like, how much time do we kind of want to have like just us before there's like this big whirlwind? Like you want the whirlwind because that's awesome. It's just like people that care about you and love you and just want to be a part of it, and at the same time like have a little bit of calm in there, and just time to just be quiet and enjoy it yourselves too. But yeah, as far as you just change that diaper, you wrap them up in that little. They teach you how to do like swaddle them. Yeah. You take the blanket and then you just.
I would hate that.
Get them all snug in there.
I would hate that if someone did that to me.
Dude, if you did that to me right now,
I'm kicking my feet straight out.
Dude, I'd give you a kiss on the cheek, be like, thanks, pal.
But then, I'd be claustrophobic.
But then I did. But I did get one. So my cousin Karen sent me a video. It was about, I forget what it's called, but it's like to help kind of soothe a baby, and it's like, so basically you like wrap them up super tight and almost like emulate like if they're back in the womb or whatever. And it's like, so you wrap them up like super tight, and then you just kind of like moving them like, not like very fast, but kind of like moving them like this, and then the shh in their ear, and then that's kind of like white noise, and it kind of like knocks them out. So that I found that to be pretty effective. Yeah. So that was pretty tight. But yeah, otherwise,
dude, I'm so nervous because like when it's like a new baby, like a newborn, people like family members be like, "Do you want to hold the baby?" No. It's so fragile. It's tiny and looks like an alien.
I'll be back.
It's got that soft spot on its head that I don't want to touch.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm really nervous about. Like they're so fragile,
dude. so
once they get to the part where I can like wrestle with them, like give me that part.
I'll see you in a decade, pal. No. So one time, going back to that fragile point, like I remember a couple things. I just have like little bits and pieces of like, and then you like look through photos and stuff and then remember whatever. But like, I remember Bowden one time was in the bassinet thing, but they're so small that like I had to like really double check to make sure he was in there, because there's like all these blankets and stuff. I had to like peel the thing back. He's in there. Or like you look by like, yeah, he's in there. And be like, wait, is he in there? And so then you like, but I remember one time like I was swaddling him watching a Vikings game, and like he was, I think Adrian Peterson like busted a big run, and then so I'm like holding him and I'm like kind of like juking back and forth. I'm like, yeah. and then Bodie just I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. That's on me. Yeah. That's on me.
Like Dustin just said, at least you didn't spike him.
I did not spike him. I did not do that. But yeah. But I don't know. The biggest thing is just, there's only so much that you can do as the dad really early on. So it's just all like, how can you be supportive, you know, and just like maybe get an ice chip maker at home, or sort of hit that crushed ice function on the fridge or something. But yeah, just being there, offering to like, you know, maybe something like take the baby for a spin, So like Mac can like sleep for an hour or something, you know, little stuff like that is the biggest thing. But there's no wrong way to like raise an infant. It's just like
right.
just keep them alive.
Yeah.
You know? But the biggest thing is the nights and whatever. Like if you can get up and change the diapers,
I mean,
whatever you can do to take it off.
I'm sure it's different with every baby, but like how long did that last with you? Like where they just don't sleep through the night?
Dude, I don't remember. I feel like it can be like 6 months to a year.
Really?
Like it can be a long time. Yeah. And then the other thing, and we did a very poor job of this, like as they get older, like just being like, no, you sleep in your bed. Because even now, like even Bodie's 7 now, but he would like a year or two ago, like there's like a little hallway leading into our bedroom, and you could kind of hear him coming. He'd be like, tunk, 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 then boom, he'd like bang open the door and then like crawl up in bed. Tunk, 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 boom. But then like Ellery still like wakes up in our bed 6 mornings a week, you know. So just like, so we were never very good about like, just stay in your.
Dude, yeah. And I like, it's easy for me to say that I'm going to do that, but then you've got a cute little girl and
so
she's
cute,
like,
yeah.
Can I sleep by you? How do you say no? You know?
You don't. And then
Right,
that's,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, and I've been thinking like a lot about that kind of stuff. It's like, you see other people's kids and it's like, oh, I do that differently.
Yeah.
Like that's not how I do it.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I'm in for a really big surprise where it's like, it's not that easy.
Yeah, I remember doing that too. Cause I would have like, I had a bunch of cousins that were like, 10 years younger than me. So if I'm 15, they're 5 or whatever. And like, so-and-so is being a butthead. I'd never let them get away with that.
Right.
And now you're just a parent. You got so many battles that you just got to pick and, whatever. But yeah, I used to say that stuff all the time. Oh, I'd never do that.
Right.
And now here we are. Just candy wrappers everywhere. Just like.
Just trying to get through another day.
Oh man. But it's so cool. And I was actually just thinking about that. Like whatever you can do to just be present, like as present as possible.
Yeah.
And take and I used to get like roll my eyes at like all the photos and all the birthday parties and all like, they're not going to remember, but like all the photos and video and like always having a phone out. But it's like when you have those memories, like those are sweet. Like
yeah.
I've just got one on my, like a few, but like one on my phone of Bodie when he was like 2. He was like, good night, choo choo. This good night, choo choo book. And I'd say, night, night, choo choo. Night, night, choo choo. Like stuff like that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Like, so as much of that as you can have and keep, like, the better. Because I would always be like, you need to just be present in the moment now. And it's like, yeah. And, like, how many of those moments have I had that I don't remember? Because I didn't take a picture or video or whatever. So, but yeah.
How old is Bodie now?
He's 7. Little
Ellery?
chicken.
No, a little chicken.
And Ellery's 4.
Okay.
Yeah. And Jace just turned 17.
That's crazy.
He's a grown man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is wild because like I was just thinking that the other day. Like I don't remember Bodie when he was 3 that much, And like it doesn't take long for that. So I don't know. And it's cool because like the older they get, like it's always good. Like 3's a fun age, and then 4's a fun age, and then like there's some things where you wish, like oh man, I can't wait till they start dressing themselves, you know. And it is cool when they start dressing themselves, but now they don't, So it's just as much as you can do to just be present in the moment with them,
That's what people have been saying too. Like time's gonna fly, but for me right now, it feels like time is going so slow. Like let's get this baby out here, man. Let's see this baby.
Let's get a look.
The other day, we got to do the 3D,
the whole ultrasound deal.
Yeah, I guess I thought that would
be a little cooler.
if I could be honest. I mean, it was cool, but we kind of just like, well, here's that. It's like looks like a big blob. Like I can't really see anything.
It's like a little half-made thing of Play-Doh in there.
Let's get that baby out. Like I'm ready to meet her.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's so sweet. And you got names? You got a name picked out?
We do. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only thing that we don't want to share with people because it never fails. I'd be like, yeah, here's the name, and it's like, oh yeah, I knew her in high school and I hated her.
Yeah. Or you think of that like something that rhymes with it that you didn't think of.
Yep.
Like Ellery. So right away, my dad and brother both like, oh, Smellery. It's like
Could have
freaking
kept
A,
that
man.
to yourself.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
But it's
man.
like, yeah. Anyway, but no, that's sweet. That'll be excited to have that.
Yeah.
Have that unveiled. But yeah, did you guys come to the name pretty? Was it a pretty heated debate, or did you?
Well, we had a boy name for quite a while that we liked, and then one night, Kenzie was like, "Hey, I thought of a girl name," and she told me, and I was like, "I am obsessed with that." And we didn't know if it was boy or girl yet. And then I think it was like only a week later. And honestly, I wanted a boy, but then I heard this. Yeah, I heard this name, and I was like, I love that name.
Yeah.
And then found out it was a girl, and it was like, okay, like I am way more excited now because I love this name and just girl dad. Like
Girl dad.
I think more and more about it, and it's like I'm super pumped to be a girl dad.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. They're both fun. They're all fun.
Right.
You know,
right.
like
yeah.
but yeah, something about a girl. Something about that girl. Especially soon as she learns to say like, I love you, Daddy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna melt my heart.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, cool, man.
Hey.
Well, I gotta get going. This was great. First of many dad pods.
Inaugural dad
Yeah.
pod.
Check out the shoes.
Yeah.
Got the mowing shoes on.
Yeah.
Green stained. Love it.
Yeah. And yeah, we get a lot of like the emotional stuff out of the way here. And next week we could just tell, or next time we'll just be straight lawnmower, snowblower.
Yeah.
You
right,
know.
Right. Yeah. What kind of grill you got? You know.
How often you check the oil in your.
How do you like your steak?
Yeah.
That's what you do now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready for it.
I'm
I feel like I could talk about grilling all day. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Reminds me of that time where.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all right, really quick. One time I told the whole team, yeah, I'll smoke some ribs for the party.
A nice little party.
Was smoking ribs all day. Went out to get the ribs. Turns out I never closed the smoker.
just a slow cooking those babies.
So the smoke was just rolling right out of the grill. I mean, hey, they fell right off the bone.
God. They were very good.
Had to cook them for 3 days.
They were very good at 11:30 p.m. when we finally got to eat them. They were wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
DadPod1.
Let's go.
We out.
Watch for deer.
Shake a bug. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like that, I know you're going to like this one right here. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Watch for deer and shake a bug.